you're watching this video, it means one of three things. Number one, you have taken some kind of interest in the Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative. Number two, you have decided to sign up to be one of our volunteers. And number three, you are most likely going to be at our annual volunteers picnic this year. Whichever category, whichever number you are, whatever place you are, I just want to say thank you for joining us, and you're welcome. I am Oluwatoyin Fasagi, chairperson of Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative, and I'm here to talk to you about a few things about Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative. Now, I must warn you, this is not going to be the usual, the uptight, the serious, and the, all together lovely kind of video that you're used to. This is going to be just me pouring out my heart and talking to you guys, because I wish I could be at a volunteers picnic. I wish I could just put myself in 5 places at once, and I'll be here, I'll be there, I'll be in Kano, I'll be in Lagos, I'll be in Abuja, I'll be in Ilorin, but I know I can't do that. Welcome back. So I'm here to talk to you guys about Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative. Now, before going into talk about the in-depth of what's on my heart and what I really want to share with you for the picnic, I want to share with you about Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative. So please sit back, relax. I hope you have a snack you're holding, or like a drink, you're holding, so that you can, be as relaxed as you want to be. Anyway, Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative. I will be referring to Oluwa Miranda Care Initiative as OCI Nigeria. Why? Because it's a long name, so we decided to have like a short form for the name. Now, we started in 2014, precisely in October, and it was to commemorate the World Food Day and the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. We're going to buy noodles, we're going to buy rice per se, but we bought soap, we bought sachet tomatoes, I think somebody gave us rice. Yes, I think a family member of ours donated a bag of rice, or half bag of rice. I can't really recall it right now, but we have a whole blog that we started to blog about the things we were doing. Anyway, that was 2014. I don't want this video to be too long, so bear with me. But you guys can ask me any question on Facebook, any question you like. But for now, this video cannot be too long. Cannot afford to be too long. But one of the videos I talked about the fact that I like to see or talk about OCI Nigeria as a conglomerate of initiatives. That being that we're not like a one-way traffic. Yes, we know that we want to eradicate poverty by 2030, but we also know that you cannot eradicate poverty by just doing one thing. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So I like to see a conglomerate because we have so many initiatives, but for the funds, the time, the resources, we are beginning to focus more harder on a few of the initiatives I would like to talk about. Is the End Hunger Project. And the End Hunger Project is the project or the outreach we do when we go to rural communities. We talk to them about education, we talk to them about skill acquisition, and then we talk to the farmers about better practices in farming, like the practice our forefathers or for our ancestors used to use in farming is not what is being used in this day and age. So we like to, train and talk to farmers on, okay, no, we think this is the new way to do things. I think this is a better way to do things, in the sense that we bring in farmers who are successful at what they do to talk about farmers who are, in quotes, struggling. So that's what we do. We talk about education. We encourage the parents to put their children in school, because sometimes these parents ask themselves questions like, okay, the child of this person who went to school, they doesn't have a job, so what was the use spending so much money sending them to school? So they stop. Many children, we've met so many children who are stopped going to school because their parents think it's, at the end of the day, not profitable. They're like, I would rather allow my children to be I would rather allow my children to be with me on the farm, learning how to farm, than to go to school, and I waste so much money going to school and don't get a job. So we have to reconvince them that, okay, no, we turned out okay, even though we are not billionaires yet, but we know that, okay, there's a certain kind of exposure education gives you. So we try to encourage them, and then some of the things we do is we get the children's school fees, their children's school fees. Some of the educations are also free, but when there's no school fees involved, what we do is we get children books, we get their school uniforms, we get what else? Stationaries, books, pens, and then some of these schools don't have enough facilities. They don't have good, they don't have chalks, they don't have pens, they don't have markers, they don't have okay, we met a school, I won't say some, but there was this particular school we met who didn't have a signboard, and we have to come up with a signboard for them. So it's about coming in between. Like I said initially, can we be the intermediary between the rich and the poor? Can we be an intermediary and say, you know what, there are people who have so much and they want to give, and there are people who have so little and they feel like there's no hope. Can we be the hope? Do you understand? So that is what OCI is about. And then we also don't leave the youths out. We try to talk to them about skill acquisition. We teach them soap making, bead making. We teach them how to fry pop buns and the likes. Just something that we can give. Like, I might not be able to give you $1 million, but I most definitely find it easy to tell you, oh, let's do this way. I find strategy really easy. So in my expertise, I can give out the knowledge I have, but I'm not able to say, oh, this is money. So that's where our volunteers really come in. We have volunteers from all walks of life. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have caterers, we have cake makers, we have, just name it. We have chemists, we have so many. We have journalists, we have, okay, I need to get everything up, but we have volunteers from all walks of life, and our goal is to look at ways that we can bring our skills, we can bring our knowledge, we can bring our understanding and put it together and impact these people. Welcome back. So this second initiative is the Love to the Street initiative, one of my favorites. And it came up when a group of people came up and said, you know what do people do on Valentine's Day? That was a question. What do you do on Valentine's Day? And we're like, okay, people go out, they go to the movies. Some people don't have anything to do. Like, we were able to establish the fact that yes, so many people have so many dates, so many places to go. But then there are some people who don't have anything to do. So what do you do? So what do we do? So we decided to come up with a plan that on Valentine's Day we would, get ourselves busy. We would put money together. Initially, that was the plan. Initially, that was what we used to do. Put money together. We would cook and package the food on order and go to the streets to give beggars food to eat. But then we found out that it wasn't sustainable, in the sense that how much do we need to cook this food? Now, if we want to do it in so many states of Nigeria, how much are we going to be spending to give them food? That's one. Number two is how much impact would that have? Because at the end of the day, people will eat and it doesn't change anything. Do you understand? It doesn't change their life, it doesn't change their situation. They just eat and forget they have eaten. So we decided to re-strategize and come up with a better plan that, okay, you know what, we can't just go around sharing food. No, yes, they will eat and be full for that day and pray for us, but we want something that is sustainable, something that, number one, and my own definition of sustainability is, number one, you don't have to spend so much money on it. Number two, you can Okay, so we came up with a better plan to say, you know what, instead of sharing food on the streets on Valentine's Day, we would rather go ahead to tell people about peace. Because we decided that, okay, love and peace is an inseparable combo. It's an inseparable, because you cannot be at peace if you don't love, which is our motto. You cannot be at peace if you don't love, and you cannot express love if there's no peace. I'll say that again. You cannot be at peace if you don't love, and you can't express love if there's no peace. So that was our second. That is our second initiative. We went ahead. It's an annual event, definitely. Valentine's Day is an annual event. So it's another annual event. So we go ahead every Valentine's Day to talk to people about peace, and we don't just go and say, "Oh, be at peace. Oh, be at peace." We choose a particular section of people, and for the longest, I remember we've been going to community groups, not rural community groups. Now we're going to like market groups, market communities, to tell them, you know what, yes, you cannot have conflict if you don't have collaboration. Conflict comes when there's a relationship. The project is the charity delivery project, where people from outside the country send us funds. We buy products and give out to an orphanage, a rehabilitation center, a group of widows, or a group of orphans. We put it together and give it out, and list out all the things we bought, make a copy of it, so that the receiving community would cross-check to be sure that everything the person told us to buy was on that list, and they were bought and they were delivered. So they get an invoice, and the person who gives us the funds to go and bless that community gets a certificate of delivery. So that was what it was about, and it was a good idea, but we only had one of its kind. About the Enoga project, I've talked about Love to the Street, I've talked about Charity Delivery Project, and the next one I'm going to talk about is the End Illiteracy Program. So we had two kind of programs. We had the End Illiteracy Program, and we had the End Ignorance Program. Now the End Illiteracy Program was geared at children in the rural communities, and what we did was we raised about almost 2,000 books. I know the goal was to raise 1,000 books, but we ended up raising like 2,000 books, 2,000 used books, to set up libraries in rural communities. Now, one of the reasons why we put that on hold was because the logistics was a lot. You have to gather the books together. Sometimes you have to travel to go and pick up the books. Sometimes, so we're not stopping. Like I said, we just put it on hold. So we put the books together, and then we go to targeted primary schools and set up libraries in those schools. So that's for the End Illiteracy program, and you're going to see some pictures on that. And then the next one we had was, I think the next one we had was the End Ignorance program. Now the End Ignorance program is geared towards young graduates and the professionals. Now we realize that so many young graduates have so many skills, but the know-how, the way to connect themselves, the way to put themselves out there, the way to get scholarship and apply for scholarships, the way to write a resume, the way, so many things that we felt young graduates don't know yet, and even professionals who are willing to up their game. So we set up that event. The event was our most expensive event. So going ahead in 2020, we're starting the year by God's grace with Love to the Street. That's February 14th, and then we're going to have like 2 or 3 end-of-year projects, and I'm thinking 2 or 3 or 4 based on the number of picnics we're having right now. So we're going to have one in Lagos, we're going to have one in Kano, we're going to have one in Lorry, and then we're going to have one in where have I mentioned? Lagos, Abuja. So those ones we're going to have end of the, and then at the end of the year we are going to have the volunteers picnic. But I want conversations to keep going concerning the other projects I've mentioned. Is there anyone you like? Is there anyone you think, oh, this is a nice initiative, why did we stop it? Can we start it again? I want conversations to be going on in each of our groups, and especially at the picnic. I want conversations to keep going. Okay, can we start this again? How can we do this again? How can we make it sustainable? And anyway, thank you. So if you got here after watching all those videos and all those pictures that I've not done yet, but I know I want to do this in my head, if you watch all those and you're still here, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you, most importantly, for being part of the solution and not the problem. Thank you for making a difference by doing what you can, where you are, and now that you can. We don't give excuses, we do what we can do. Like I said, the first outreach we went for, we said, you know what, even if you just go and shake their hand and say, you know what, Baba, all of you in this community, just know that something is going to work. Like, you guys shouldn't give up hope, things are going to get better. If that's all we can offer, yes, we do it. Because at the end of the day, there's no limits to the greatness you can achieve if you don't care who gets the credit. This is me again, signing out. This is Miranda Basagi Oluwatoyin, and I want to say thank you. God bless you guys, and have fun, eat, take pictures. Love you all. Bye bye. And season's greetings, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.